to that. And going into the drafting phase, let's see if Team CFU Gaming can outsmart Valhalla. Started out with the perfect or even the simple standardized banning off. We got Fanny as well as Chip to be taken out from the portion.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of bans right now, I just feel that we are in a space where, yeah, you gotta ban out that Holy Trinity. You gotta ban out that really the Chip, take it out. Jusin, possibly take it out. Suyo, maybe you can play with him, or you want to play the Jusin. I mean, you can leave it out, but you're gonna have a hard time. And for that Chip, I believe it's still gonna be that 100% ban, right? Most teams don't want to play against that short. Know how to take full advantage of the shortcut. The stats just speak for itself. You shouldn't be losing, especially if you have a Chip. We didn't see a Chip lose today, but yeah. They
and that was a surprise.
they picked the Chang'e, so
Oh yeah, true though. I mean, like it could have actually go another different path if it wasn't for that last option. But then again, things could not. I don't know. I mean, like we could say it. We could actually predict the different cases. But then again, even though if they pick another heroes though, the possibility of Smart Omega doing amazing job could be another case as well, you know, like and we talk about how Dark Rise Esport was just in a better drafting phase as well. It's just a matter of how they mirrored and responded well to the team of Pata Legends on that second series. Now going into the ban, we do see Multida also been banned off. I mean, a question still raised it off whether or not they want to actually pick out the Jushin now or they want to take out Suyo. I mean, this is a fine line for them to actually have that opportunity to already been picked up already.
Yeah, I mean, CFU Gaming, they are known for going for the similar strats that other teams of other regions have emulated, and now they are able to really replicate that in terms of having that mechanic gameplay. Like Wadu plays a very mean Phoveus, plays a very mean Hylos, Khalid, strong meta heroes. And it's always good as a professional player to expand on that meta pool because the heroes are meta for a reason, right? They are strong for a reason, and if you are good at them, it makes your team even better. And CFU Gaming, they are really kind of the team that is reproducing that fact.
And now we do see that Hylos will be the next one. So this is the pick phase for the side of CFU Gaming. Are they going to actually allow or even pick out that Jushin on them for themselves, or even Suyo, or even they're bringing up the Jushin for themselves. So that's a really good decision making coming out from CFU. They already know for a fact that this is the prioritization of meta for themselves.
And this is a trap, right? Like when you pick that Jushin, you generally trap the opponent to pick Suyo. So yeah, so Valhalla has fallen for that trap. And I just feel like, yeah, you just in a rock and a hard place. Because right now, if you don't ban out both these heroes, especially if you're on the red side, you're always very disadvantaged because the first pick is going to pick up Jushin. There's no way that they're going to pick up the Suyo, because if they pick up the Suyo, it gets countered by the Jushin. So no, they got to catch Suyo? I don't think so, right? I don't think it's going to work against Jushin. Not the answer.
Not the answer that we're looking for from Valhalla side, but at least we know there's one coming in for Suyo. That was a desperation that is needed from Valhalla itself. Now, picking for another phase of CFU. Now, what are they looking forward to actually responding on the Gato Kacha? Because again, this is two heroes that is not really necessary, but they got 1-1 and alpha.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a very strong pick against a fighter utility and Gato Kacha because you're easily able to get the crossbow of Tang off. The Spear of Alpha is a very good peel mechanic as well. And yeah, I mean, in terms of just having that ability to have that invulnerability is very strong on the 1-1. That's why we see it getting picked a lot, especially in tandem with the Phoveus. But Valhalla, with a very good response, going for that Nathan, it's going to be a very good late game insurance. And of course, can scale very well in the mid game as well.
Oh, okay. So we got Nathan and they even actually ban out Cho as well. The question is who they want to actually pick up even more further to not allow any more of the fight. And we do see Aurora also been banned off by CFU Gaming. They didn't want to actually have anyone to actually disturb or even try to cause any kind of AoE on the side of CFU. Questionable. Let's look forward to see what it's going to be like. But the next one is going to be the one and only that will pull away. Possibly Valhalla doesn't want to be picked off by CFU Gaming, is it?
Yeah, Franco, not really too big of a deal, I think. But you see that the combo in there's a combo that Franco and Wanwan, because it's really very strong in terms of having that lockdown where Franco is able to lock you down together the hook and the ultimate, and Wanwan will get a free crossbow tank out every single time, and that's a free pick. But the possibility of the Cho and Franco being taken out, that doesn't mean that CFU Gaming cannot go for other pickoff heroes. There's still the Kaja available. There is still the Jawhead available if they wish to do so. So Valhalla, they have a lot to work with.
Agree, definitely. And here on out, they pick up the Khalid for themselves. The question is how they're going to actually respond it to that side of Valhalla.
And what I'm really interested in seeing, right, is whether anyone would try to use Guinevere against Suyo. Because I feel that Alpha, yes, it's very strong, but there's another strong fighter jungler that was in the previous meta, right? The Guinevere, right? It has a lot of CC, it has a lot of control as well. So it's able to deal with Suyo very well, but they already picked up the Alpha, so I doubt it. Yeah, they pick up the Hilda as well. Very strong in dealing with Suyo. Oh, and just raw beef, right? CFU, they're so tanky.
Yeah, they're so tanky, and this is giving a lot of defense on the back line at the front line for CFU Gaming itself. So a great response coming in already for themselves. They already cover up all the angles, all the grounds they needed. Now Valhalla, the question is what they want to do to counter that.
Yeah, Valhalla, they are left with that mid laner. I mean, in terms of having that mid lane presence, they can go for that Faramis to extend their lives if they wish to do so. They can go for the Valentina to steal that implosion, to steal that Spear of Alpha if they wish to do so as well. And they go for that previous meta pick. Not really as strong as it used to be, but still, once it goes into mid-game and late game, the Zos does deal a lot of damage with that Dominator Descent.
Agree, definitely. I mean, it's a little bit risky, especially the fact that they're looking forward to have that mobility-wise to move away as quickly as possible whenever Zas is in trouble. But then again, I'm still questionable on the side of Valhalla. Right now, when it comes to drafting-wise, I think CFU Gaming is much more perfection compared to what Valhalla has put out here for the draft.
Yeah, Valhalla, they do have the correct answers, but there's gonna be a lot of different conditions that they need to fulfill, right? First, they need to cross that 12-minute mark where the Zos becomes much more potent, and they cannot lose too much farm to CFU Gaming while they reach that mid to late game stage. So Valhalla, that win condition might be just stopped by CFU Gaming's execution here.
Agree, definitely. Let's take a look here on out for our game number one, the last series of the day. The team of CFU Gaming versus Valhalla. Cambodia versus Cambodia. Started off here for the mid lane. It seems that CFU getting the buff on themselves, and we do see, it seems that Valhalla's secret might be attempting to actually just overlook from one end to another. And we do see that OP will be pushed away by secret and not gonna allow any steal. But at the same time, here on out, Valhalla high on the bush, try to run away as fast as possible. But at the same time, Farha comes in. It seems that they managed to actually take a really good hit, takes down one player. Z will be the first victim. And as they go in for the progress, Team CFU Gaming ended up trying to pull away.
Yeah, and Valhalla, they really capitalize on the mistake of convincing and using Wadu too early. And now with Asuyo getting that early game advantage, right? Really level 4 at 1 minute 20 seconds. they can potentially steamroll. They can convert it into a snowball onto that Jusin.
Let's see now. Z trying to actually try to pick Secret, or we do see OP manage to actually airborne the side of Iron the Bush, and it's gonna be an end game for the side of this team, whereby Detective takes him down immediately. A great one trade right here for the side of Team CFU Gaming. Good wins, definitely be able to actually clear things or reset it back to both of their sacks.
Yeah, I mean, with that, they just put things at even Stevens' net worth are the same right now. But this first turtle fight will be very pivotal for both teams. Wadu already very low here.
Oh, a little bit too close to be told, but at the same time, they're trying to push in straight for the turtle. It's going to be Detective who managed to get the clear cut. Even though they try to actually toll down or even try to mess it up, it's still CFU game turtle.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Panha on the Suyo, he has not been taking as many fights as he should be, given the fact that he managed to actually deal so much damage, right? Secret has that first blood already, and yeah, you should be engaging a lot more as the Suyo, but he's not pressing the advantage. And CFU Gaming, they are just running away with the space. Once you go into that 3-minute mark, Wadu is gonna come for you, and you're not gonna be able to do anything.
Okay, let's see. They are trying to actually pick off another one. Secret is just out in the open, trying to find a way. And we do see that it seems that they already spotted out Secret. They're going to chase after him. Secret finding to actually go in, but he has to be careful. He goes in for OP. First of all, Airborne comes through, and now Z picking him off straight away onto the side, and it's going to be an opening for CFU. Takes down with Detective on the side, and they also managed to return the river with Panha. Takes down 2 players, 2 wins in a row, and now they're looking for Z. Z will be shot down in the lead as well, Panha, but this is going to be an overextension as Zing finally shuts down Panha before he makes even more damage. But it's already a great 3 wins in the hands of Team Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla, they do manage to get 3 kills on Panha. And this is the timing that I was talking about, right? Wadu should have been there, but now he is up against everybody, and he's just overextending himself. Just a bit too far. Just a bit too far on your own, my friend.
A little bit too far, a little bit too late, and the fact that hide on the bush, even so, you did manage to actually get a lot of damage, but with 4 players along the line, at what cost would you want to actually trade off? And now, it's already not going to be a reset for the team of CFU. It's going to be giving a lot of boost for Valhalla, even so with the fact that they were supposed to have a little bit of difficulty. But now, the second title will try to be teased out. We do see Detective still try to actually buff himself off, waiting for the right time to push in. We do have Z as the initiator. Gonna pick up Secret again. Can he actually go in? It's gonna be OP who comes in, but he picks up Secret immediately. But Secret managed to pull through, and it's gonna be Ari. Ari comes in for the backup, and they didn't manage to, but at the same time, rushing into the side of Panha. Panha has to pull away, and Ari having a little difficulty, but Mob 100 didn't manage to take down Detective first of all, and Zin traded off with a 2-win double kill comes in, and CFU looking better than ever.
Yeah, but Panha is still on the back line. Secret did manage to finish the kill on to Z there. And yeah, Z not dying the entire team fight until the end. That proved to be Valhalla's undoing, right? Because the fact that you cannot burst down that Zusin, and the fact that you have so many melee heroes, you're gonna be in range for that lantern at all times. This is gonna be a very bad look, especially if you go into that 8-minute mark, that 6-minute mark, where you are not able to just clear him out. He has that glowing wand available, and Z's able to just trickle your HP down.
Okay, let's see. Now it seems that Team Valhalla will try to be a little bit more aggressive on the mid lane, and they try to actually go in for OP. The first that they're coming in for Panha's side, he was trying to go in for 1v1 with Wadu, but didn't manage to go to. But here on out, they will try to break in for the group plate of that first turret. But as they move along, Secret will be able to shoot them away and not denying of more contempt from the side of CFU Gaming.
Yeah, Valhalla, they have a lot of timings to answer for right now. They still have that map advantage where they have that Suyo at a great lead, but already Wadu is online and he has begun the hunt, right? If he manages to find any squishy member, he's gonna jump. And you already saw Wadu jumping into 5 members. He does not care.
And there you go, Wadu comes in for Panha. Just one more hit, but Panha managed to pull away before he became a casualty in the hands of Wadu. But that was a perfect shot immediately. If Wadu was able to connect that last hook on the side of Panha, could have actually gotten a kill for the team of CFU. But here on out, it seems that Valhalla will be trying to get the title for themselves. But as they move along here, RA try to be picked up by Z. But as they go in, it's going to be Mob 100 to take on OP. Panha kills away and steals that turret. But at the same time right now, we do see that Panha having a lot of damage detective coming in for him. Z managed to actually connect the dot. But even with the turtle already been stolen away, CFU have trade off and they get another one. RA been pushed off. Another double kill coming in for Z, and Team CFU looking better than ever.
The fact that the crossbow of Tang managed to go off, this is so huge for the side of CFU Gaming, right? And it's guaranteed almost every single time because that implosion by OP, he gave up his own life, yes, but it's for the greater good, making sure that Sing does that damage. He does have that Inspire, he does have the crossbow tank, and once he has more items, it's gonna be very problematic for Valhalla to keep engaging into the team fight. Valhalla, they have to find these pickoffs as fast as possible and not extend these team fights.
And there you go. We do see Secret overextending himself, but there you go. RA comes in. Z will be able to take down RA first of all, but at the same time right now, we do see a double down coming in from the side of Valhalla as CFU. Detective is spotted out by Paha, immediately shutting it down, but one more to go. We do have everyone coming in, stun as well, pulls out for the OP side. Z takes down Mod 100, and Mod 100 also takes down OP at the cost of Z still surviving it out. But Valhalla only surviving with 2 more players to go. CFU looking better than ever. They will be able to shut down any attempts from the mid lane, but somehow most of the damage already been done by Team CFU.
And that's the entropy available from Mob 100. He could have jumped away, but it was denied by Z, showing how irritating it is to deal with this Zusin, right? He could not click his ultimate in time, could not get to his reverse clone, so Z could just instantly pull him, drag him away. And this is one of the key mechanics of this Zusin, because you deny away the escape potential from Mob 100, and he loses all mobility. Oh my god, this is a very key interaction that CFU Gaming is showing right now. And yeah, I'm just very worried for Valhalla going into this mid game.
Oh, Lot will be trying to be teased by Detective, and we do see that Valhalla already spotted out. But Team CFU, I like the fact that they're already getting off all the angles. Now,
Yeah,
pushing through, we do see that they already spotted out OP. OP will be trying to be denied that, but at the same time, it's going in for the fight right at the center as they push in the airborne. Z takes down Secret immediately as they get in RA as well. Now looking for Panha, doesn't spot it out, but Zing pushed through to Mob 100 as well as hide on Bush. Double kill, and Panha will be left all alone. But at the same time, Panha did manage to run away for dear life, but it will be an open for Detective to take down the first Lord.
4 kills advantage already. They're just pressing the advantage. And CFU Gaming, they have so much sustained damage. Valhalla, they cannot take this sustained team fight. If they're unable to burst someone down within the first 1 to 2 seconds of the team fight, they essentially lose because they do not have that sustained damage. They do not have the iframes. And if Z is alive on all that, that's just icing on the cake because that lantern is permanently just knocking you up, and that's just free CC coming out for the Zusin.
And now they're going to clear off the second last layer of the turrets. That's going to be an opening for the side of CFU. Now looking for that top lane right here as we do see Z trying to find a way who they want to actually go in for the pick. OP goes in for a front to Mob 100, but he has a lot of damage. He had to go away instead. And now as Lord was cleared out, they had to actually reset it off again. And Team CFU, the damage has already been done. It's enough already to pull through at least at that top lane. Now they're going to actually clear out the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, and in terms of that just team fight advantage, right? CFU, they can brute force every single team fight, but I'm not happy with the way that they handle that Lord. They are known for their macro, like a bit more macro than the rest of the KH counterparts, and it felt like the waves could have been managed a lot better. But CFU Gaming, of course, they are still ahead, but this is just the draft alone, right? Valhalla, once they reach that 15-minute mark, they will have that damage, especially since the Holy Crystal has already been picked up from Mob 100. That magic damage is something that they will have to worry about.
Agree, definitely. I mean, on the line right now, we do see currency-wise definitely in the hands of CFU. Wadu will be trying to actually do some disturbance coming in for Valhalla, and we do see OP right here also on the scene. Will not be disturbed. They just try to actually get a hold of the Langle-wise for Team Valhalla itself. CFU is just having the opportunity of just farming off on the enemy territory-wise is going to give a lot of boostage for themselves. But on the side of Team Valhalla, they cannot do anything to actually have a good composure or even try to actually defend all of the angles. So now they are pushed to just guard off that first lane or even the first layer or the last layer of the turret itself.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they need to do. That's all they need to do. Just funnel the farm onto Mob 100, make sure that Hide on Bush has enough items to deal damage, and then the Dominator's Descent and that Entropy will be enough to carry that team fight because once you go into late game, CFU Gaming, you won't have enough farm to actually withstand the test of time, especially if you look at just the scaling alone, 6 items versus 6 items, Valhalla are actually ahead in terms of late game.
Okay, let's see. Seems that Z tried to pick up one but didn't manage to actually do so. But here on out, it seems that Secret pushing into Z, going in for the aggression. A little bit Z was able to actually pull away from the fight. And somehow, right here, we do see that the aggression pulled out by Valhalla managed to pull away or push away the team of CFU Gaming from their territory.
Yeah, and in that background, right, Singh has been taking the Lord just by himself. So already that enhanced Lord will be going the way of CFU Gaming. But Valhalla, there's no way that they can contest that because they already used the Avatar of the Guardian. They used that Raging Sandstorm already. So it's all right. It's better that they do not go. But what they do have to do is mount the defense of their lifetime. They have the tools to do so. They have the Dominator's Descent. They have the Suyo as well. There's a lot of nukes that can potentially take out the minion waves, but they have to stagger the minion waves. And if they let Suyo go out and take out these minion waves, this will be fine for them, cherry for them. But CFU Gaming, they're not allowing it to happen.
Oh, coming in right now for the minions, pushing in straight to the last turret line. As we're moving in, we do see that Lots is already pushing into the top lane, and teams from Valhalla right now struggling to pull through. They will try to contest it out. They try to actually clear out Lot first of all, but mid lane is also in the open right now. As they push in, we do see that OP will be trying to stun it up. Z will be able to take down Power first of all, the defense wise, but High on Boost also takes down Wadu. 100 takes down Detective, double kill coming in from, and Z left on alone as well as Z was taken out. A great composition coming in from Valhalla with a really good comeback. Even so, with the Lord was denied, Team Valhalla made it come great comeback for right here.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about, right? Valhalla, once they get that 6 item slots going, they have a lot of damage. And CFU Gaming, you can't brute force that anymore. Valhalla showing why they are the top few rookies, why they qualified here as they even out the inhibitor turret count. They do get the middle one, and right now, already Valhalla, as long as they stick together, as long as they keep Mob 100 alive, CFU Gaming, they have just a composition problem right now because it has gotten too far. They've overstayed their welcome in their game, and there's a lot of single target damage coming out from Zing. Yes, but there's no finishing coming out from the crossbow of Tang.
Oh, Banha will try to actually be shut down by Wadu, but nope, not to worry. Panda was able to pull out from that fight itself, even with CFU trying to actually gang things up. But as the process come in, right this instant, Team Valhalla finally actually be able to even it out with CFU. Lots coming in within 32 seconds. Let's see who will try to contest it out earlier on, or will Team Valhalla try to pull away this lot to their side?
Yeah, they do have 2 buffs on Mob 100 at this point, right? All they need is Vision, but Vision is very hard for them. Do they send Khalid? Do they send Suyo? They don't know where OP is, but now they've identified, right, that they might be in that bush, but they cannot stick together because Implosion would end them instantly because Mob 100, yet he has a lot of damage, but he's not tanky at all.
Oh, let's see. Coming in already for the lot, Detective will be the one with the help of Zing. And it seems that Valhalla doesn't want to actually go in for Ascension, so Lot will be taken out. But at the same time, they're a little bit too late for that team fight. Could have actually gang up on that process. So this is giving the second lot straight in the hands of Team CFU again. And this is tough from the side of Team Valhalla because the fact that they already got the third lot already, and now this is going to be an enhancement where the fact that pushing onto Team Vala, they got to double down on defense wise.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fine for them. I feel that Valhalla, they just have to not give away their bodies. They just don't get picked off. And yeah, they didn't know where Wadu was, right? That's why they did not want to take that team fight. I feel that that was a very good call from Team Valhalla, and I feel that all they have to do is hold on. Even if their base, as long as the base is still alive, they have a chance. They just cannot take a team fight willy-nilly. But now we have the Spear of Alpha.
Detective coming in straight to Mob 100. He managed to pull away, but here now they're waiting for Wadu to come in for the closure. They know for a fact that if Wadu doesn't step in, and at the same time, they did clear out Lord immediately, they still managed to actually defend the crystal wisely, but now pushing it, it seems that the team of CFU a little bit too slow and didn't know how to actually pull in the opening of Team Valhalla. So defense was coming in from Team Valhalla has done a great perfect job, but now with the bottom lane is the opening for their side. Just still waiting for the minions. Can they actually pull through? Can they actually finally go in for the fight? And we do see comes through for the side. It's gonna be Secret to opening it off, but Are a little bit overextension, giving Z the opportunity. But at the same time, Momada takes down OP first of all, and he takes down Z immediately as well. Zing at the opening, but overextension comes through from Secret, will give Detective the opening. But Panha trying to survive it out, pull away, and you do see that high on the bush also struggle. But wow, 100 takes down Wadu, and this is a good micro decision making coming on from Vala that gives the opening for Team Vala to win it off with that 3-off win.
Yeah, Mob 100, right? As long as he's alive, he is a problem. And that's the problem with CFU Gaming's lineup here, right? They can find the Spear of Alpha as much as possible. They can find the Implosion as much as possible. But the damage, it's only on to one person at a time. That's the problem with the 1-1 in the later stages of the game. Yes, 1-1 secures you that mid-game because you can take as much team fights as you wish because you don't really have to worry about the 1-1 because she's in the air like 90% of the time, especially if you manage to just fulfill the conditions of crossbow tank. But when you reach the late game and the crossbow tank is not able to finish off even a singular target, then it becomes a very big problem. And that's why we don't see that much 1-1s. And there is a very like slim chance that, yeah, even though you're ahead, you might lose. And Valhalla, I mean, it's just looking really good for them right now.
It is. It's looking good for them right now. And the fact that we're having a little bit of technical pause right now, and the fact that there was a moment of time where Valhalla was able to bring back the game to their side, even with the third lot in the hands of Team CFU Gaming, it was still not enough to come into the defense wise. And that was so much of the defense that was done by Team Vala that CFU Gaming just tried to pick one off. And OP tried to go in for the closure. And despite we had Are as the sacrificial lamb on the side of Team Vala, but it was enough because they need Mob 100 to just pull through. As long as he be able to shut down OP, and that was the opening they needed. Takes down OP, takes down Z as well as Zing, as well as Wadu. In fact, I mean, Zing was able to pull through barely alive actually, but Wadu became the consequences of that sacrifice. So in the end of it all, Team Vala made it off. Great job of the death of Are himself, but at the end of it all, we still haven't managed to actually find the connection or even the closure of the storyline. Will they be able to actually make it out alive with this great win, a great comeback coming through for Valhalla, or will CFU Gaming, once we move into and continue on with the storyline, is it going to be a great case of them be able to trample against Mob 100 and not allowing him to push anymore to the team of CFU Gaming?
I mean, for CFU Gaming, right, their win condition is really clear.
Yeah.
Because the Purify from Mob 100 was proving to be a problem. And I thought that that Spear of Alpha, just disabling that Purify, was very good coming in from the Alpha. But of course, I find that OP has been a bit too trigger happy with the implosion so far, right? His implosion is currently not on the correct target. And it feels to me like he has to start prioritizing Mob 100 when he doesn't have the Purify, which is two conditions that the entire team needs to fulfill. First, you need to take away the Purify. Then afterwards, you need to control him when he does not have that Purify. So yeah, so it's gonna be hard, but as long as Z doesn't die, that's still a chance for CFU Gaming.
Agree.
As long as Z doesn't die.
That's true though. That definitely. I mean, like even though if Alpi doesn't come through with the ulti or even actually try to crowd control on the side of Team Vala, if at least Z be able to pick off one after another for the side of Valhalla, that could be an opening for Team CFU Gaming themselves. And the question is, CFU Gaming, can they actually portray that here after the technical pause, after we continue on here for the first series? And the fact that this is the first round of our last series, somehow it's very interesting that we are seeing an even out fight between both of our Cambodia teams.
Yeah, I mean, it feels to me, right, CFU Gaming, that they should be the top team, right, of the KH region right now. And yeah, they really showed a great standing when it came to the MPL. But feels like Team Valhalla are just not keeping them on their toes, right? Keeping CFU Gaming on their toes, making sure that they are just trying to keep them not arrogant. But CFU Gaming, you can't rest on your laurels, even though you just won MPLKH. The rest of Cambodia are looking at you, and yeah, we can come at you at any time. And this shows the volatility of the meta right now, volatility of esports, right? Even if you are the top team, there's still a chance where other teams, there are always new teams coming up every day, and Team Valhalla is one of these new teams that CFU Gaming has to watch out for.
Agree, definitely. I mean, like it's a Cinderella story that has always been unveiled and unfold in front of our eyes every single time in every single tournament itself. And SPS is one of it as well. That whereby we see the rookie be able to actually have the potential to shut down all the experienced teams and those who are the big names, big giants inside their own region itself. And Valhalla somehow proving themselves, maybe even with the experience wise of CFU Gaming, they be able to learn it off and adapt it on their own as well. So the question is right now, CFU Gaming, can they actually respond well as Valhalla pull in? And on the side of it all, unfortunately, we could not able to actually foresee what was happening because of the technical issue, but we do have the result right here, and Valhalla able to win that first match or first round of the last series for their hands. So technically we already foresee, because Valhalla with a great defense wise, how they actually respond well to CFU Gaming, which is quite sad that we were not able to witness it forehand ourselves. But then again, we got the result here, Valhalla getting the 1.0 for themselves here against CFU Gaming.
Yeah, we do apologize that you're unable to witness their victory, but of course you'll be able to see what goes on in Game 2 of CFU Gaming versus Valhalla. And yeah, I mean, really, once you reach that 15-minute mark, right? Once you get that 6 items on the Nathan, is just a different monster to deal with. And that's why, like, a lot of teams, like when you play against the Nathan, you either want to win early or you need to have that late game assurance, right? Sometimes it's the Moskov, sometimes it's the Claude, and yeah, that's why Moskov and Claude are so popular when dealing with Nathan. But now we do have a shift in the meta, and 1-1, I believe, was a very strong answer, right? Rock, paper, scissors, but it was really a different timing that CFU Gaming, they had to fulfill the condition, and I felt that they were just a bit too hesitant in just pressing the go button.
Agree, definitely. I mean, again, it comes down to the question of OP himself. I mean, we have so many tanky players or tanky heroes inside the hands of CFU Gaming. They couldn't actually be able to use that to their own benefits, but here on out, OP was a little bit assistant. There was so much of the grounds that he was wondering, where is the opening that I can put out so that Team CFU Gaming can go in on for the fight, but there was a little bit too slow. The response was not done in time. The reflex that was supposed to be done was supposed to be shut down, but they didn't do it. And in the end, Team Valhalla utilized that opportunity. Started out, this is going to be the highlight itself. We do see that Team Valhalla, first of all, having a lot of difficulty to fight off with Team CFU at the beginning, but it was a great opportunity to actually watch it out. But oh, this is where the part that we lost, to a point that Team Valhalla was able to shut down all of the players from Team CFU and getting the crystal for themselves.